19 July 2021 Morning Murli Om Shanti BapDada Madhupan. Sweet children, became detached from your bodies while alive, became bodiless, and remembered the Father. This is known as dead silence. Question: on what basis do your children make your foundation strong? Answer: on the basis of purity. The purer your souls became, that is, the more you became real gold, the stronger you became. Baba is now laying such a strong foundation of self sovereignty that no one can shake that foundation for half the cycle. No one can snatch away your kingdom. Song: Salutations to Shiva. Om Shanti. Baba says, remember me. Become bodiless. That is, let there be dead silence. Just like the dead silence there is when someone dies. They say his body has become silent. As soon as the soul separates from the body, everything ends. When all you children sit here, it is called dead silence. Become bodiless while alive. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. You know this is true peace. People don't know what peace is. They don't know the meaning of dead silence. Why do they say dead silence? To remind you that a person has died and that he has become silent. You also die, that is, you become silent. When eminent people go to the scared memorial of Gandhiji, they say, let there be dead silence. That is, sit in silence. We know that we souls are embodiments of peace. The world doesn't know this. We stabilize in our original form. Our original religion is peace. We souls are embodiments of peace. People don't know this, and this is why they ask for peace. Souls say, I want peace. Souls have forgotten their original religion. In fact, the religion of souls is peace. So, why do souls say they are peaceless? Just sit down and become bodiless. Those people sit and practice breath control exercises, means pranayam, by force as though they have died. That is called artificial peace. Your children know your original religion is peace. You souls are receiving your self sovereignty. It is souls who became everything. A soul becomes a barrister. A soul says, I want a kingdom. The soul claimed a kingdom previously from the Father and has come to claim it once again. When people are body conscious, they experience sorrow. You now understand you are souls and that you have come to claim your self sovereignty from your Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. You souls want your kingdom. The soul asked the unlimited Father for self sovereignty at this time. Sri Krishna had self sovereignty and then he lost it. The Father has come and is now giving you children the kingdom. This is called Raj Yoga. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul teaches you Raj Yoga because human beings are body conscious. They say, I am so and so. Each one considers the body to be I, the self. In fact, it is the soul who says I. The soul says, I am picking this thing up. A female would say, I am picking this thing up using the female gender. In fact, souls are male. I, a soul, am a son of the Father. The soul says, Baba, I am claiming my self-sovereignty from you. The Supreme Soul gives you souls your self-sovereignty. Look how much difference there is between devotion and knowledge. There are temples to Shiva. The most bells are rung in the temples to Shiv. They awaken him. They awaken everyone too. Bands play early in the morning. Here the Father awakens your children and makes you into deities. There is no question of ringing bells, etc. The Father says, if you want your self-sovereignty, first of all, all become pure. You have your aim and objective in your intellects. Students say, I will pass my matriculation and then do this. Sannyasis want to have peace. There is a story about a queen who was searching for her necklace while it was still around her neck. Similarly, people also search outside for peace. However, souls are embodiments of peace. Souls have forgotten their original relation and now consider themselves to be bodies. The Father reminds you once again, you are souls. You souls have taken 84 births. No one else can explain those things. The Father says, you don't know your own births. I tell you about them. You are Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. The Father has explained, you cannot imbibe knowledge without having purity. It is said, you need a golden vessel to hold the milk of a lioness. Here too, a golden vessel is required. Souls become gold by remembering the Father. The Father too is real gold. When a soul remembers the Father, knowledge is then able to enter his intellect. You were real gold and pure, but this knowledge does not affect anyone. The Father says, I give you souls your self-sovereignty. You receive the self-sovereignty when it is the end of the old world and the beginning of the new world. People have limited kingdoms. Now they never receive an unlimited kingdom. They cannot become the masters of the world. You became this through the Father. Only God, the Father, knows about your 84 births. Deities cannot know about their births. If they were to know about them, they would become unhappy. They would wonder if they are going to continue to come down the ladder. They would lose the happiness of the kingdom. Here, you know everything. You know that you are souls. There is no question of doubt about this. You listen to one another and the number of you continues to grow. This tree of the deity relation is being established. When someone comes, you can understand this one who belongs to our Brahmin clan has come. He has completed his devotion and now comes to claim his inheritance from the Father. When knowledge comes to an end, devotion begins. No one knows this. A building too, it's first new and then becomes old. A building with a weak foundation definitely has a shorter lifespan. Nowadays, they build very strong buildings so that even when there is an earthquake, they don't fall and there's no loss. They build them very strong. They make the foundations very strong. You are now laying the foundation for your self-sovereignty. You souls receive the kingdom for 21 births. Kingdoms here are nothing. Today they have a kingdom and tomorrow someone attacks them and everything would be over. There is no foundation of anything. Human beings have no foundation either. They are here today and gone tomorrow. Baba is now laying a strong foundation for you so that you claim your fortune of the kingdom for 21 births. There is a strong foundation being laid for your kingdom. No physical storms can shake you. It also says in the Gita, Baba is giving you such a kingdom that no one can take it away from you or make it fall. He gives you such sovereignty that there isn't the slightest mention of sorrow there. You souls should experience so much happiness. You have that faith. Do you not? If there isn't faith, that soul isn't worthy of going to heaven. There are so many Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris that continue to increase. You know that the ocean of knowledge, the purifier, is teaching us Raj Yoga. People say that Krishna taught it. How can they understand that Shivbaba entered a human body and taught it? Bharat was pure and is now impure. They go and bow down in front of the deity idols and sing their praise. They would never sing in front of Shiv. You are full of all virtues. 16 celestial degrees full. The praise of Shiv is different. He is the ocean of knowledge, the purifier, the bestower of salvation for all, the innocent Lord who fills everyone's apron. Everyone has forgotten such a Father. People call out to the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, to come and remove their sorrow and give them happiness. The remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness is only the One. His directions are the most elevated. They are the directions of God, the doubly elevated One, through which you children became elevated. The government too says this world is corrupt. They don't know who can make it elevated. They think sages will make it elevated. However, they can't do that. It is the task of the Father alone. Previously, they used to follow the directions of the one king. In the golden age, you don't have advisors, etc. The emperors themselves would have the power. The title advisor is not mentioned there. You understand that you became the masters of the world and rule the kingdom. You have to go and rule it as you did previously. Truly, there was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in the golden age. Everyone will receive his or her own kingdom. Krishna will have his own kingdom. There are also other kings. There are at least 8. But then, whether there are 8 or 108, you will know as you progress further. It isn't that you would now be given the knowledge that you are to be given at the end. The Father will continue to give knowledge to those who are still alive. He has to give it. It is fixed in the drama. The part of the Supreme Soul is at this time. The part of giving knowledge is fixed for this time. The Father says you will understand a lot more as you progress further. He continues to explain to you day by day. You should also know how you rule the kingdom there and how marriage takes place there. When you go into trance, you see paradise, means vacant, and how there are golden palaces there, how there is nothing but gold there. You see yourselves in the land of divinity. Buildings of gold, bricks are being built. You feel that you should bring some bricks back. But when you come down from trance, you see yourselves here. Meera went into trance and would see herself dancing with Krishna. You also go to the subtle region, but there are no flesh or bones there and you became angels. Even the body of Brahma is visible in the subtle region. This same one becomes an angel. You see gardens, etc. The Father grants you visions. You say that Baba is giving you mango juice, means suberas to drink. He cannot give it to you to drink in the subtle region. The flowers and fruit in paradise are first class. There aren't any gardens in the subtle region. You say that you went to a garden and there was a prince there. That is vacant. You cannot find things of vacant here. All things there are first class. The Father says, I am making you into the masters of vacant. Here there is nothing but sorrow. There isn't a single human being who doesn't say, Oh God, liberate me from sorrow. They remember God when in a sorrow. A worshipper of Krishna would say, Take Krishna's name, and a worshipper of Hanuman would say, Victory to Hanuman. Here, the Father says, Constantly remember me alone. Remember me in such a way that at the end there will no awareness of anyone else. When people used to sacrifice themselves at Kashi, they would realize the sins they had committed and feel as though they were experiencing the punishment of birth after birth. Many sins have been committed. This is called the world of sinful souls. Souls are sinners. It is souls that call out to the Father. Oh, Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. Oh, shivbaba, resident of the Supreme Land. He only has one real name. He is the Father of all souls. It doesn't seem right to say saligrams after the name Rudra. It seems right to say Shiv and the saligrams. They create an oval Shivlingam and also saligrams out of clay. Only he is the purifier. They create sacrificial fires here too. Bharat is the most elevated of all, but they have forgotten the deity religion. Your religion is the original, eternal deity religion. It should have continued all the time. Hinduism is not a religion. Those of the deity religion go through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. When they come into the Tamo stage, they can no longer call themselves deities. In fact, there is no Hindu religion. Therefore, it is explained to you, you can become deities. So, come and understand this. They reply that they don't have the time. The Father says, I make you belong to me in order to give you the inheritance of happiness and peace. Some families live together and interact with one another with a lot of love. They put all their earnings together and there is no upheaval about anything. However, this place cannot be called heaven. In no home in the golden age is anyone ever ill or unhappy. The very name is heaven. Everyone there remains happy. You have come to Father to claim your inheritance of constant happiness. You have now received knowledge. You say, Baba, you are the purifier. Purify us. Your children are also the Father's godly helpers. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says, Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point. In order to claim self-sovereignty, now make the foundation of purity strong. Just as the Father is the purifier, so become as pure as the Father. Second point, stabilize yourself in your original relation of peace. Renounce body consciousness as much as possible and remain soul conscious. Practice remaining in dead silence. That is practice becoming bodiless. Blessing, may you die alive and with the awareness of your original and eternal form become free from bondage and free others too. Explanation, just as the Father takes a body on loan and doesn't come into bondage, in the same way your children who have taken the birth of dying alive became free from any bondages of your bodies, sanskars and natures. You can adopt sanskars as and when you want. Just as the Father is free from bondage, so you too become free from bondage. First, stabilize yourself in the stage of the incorporeal world and then calm down. Maintain the awareness of your original and eternal form. Perform actions while considering yourselves to be souls who have incarnated and others will follow you. Slogan, to make the atmosphere powerful with your attitude of remembrance is real service of the mind. Om Shanti